All right, we are back. A little bit different of a video today. We're going to be working on trying to repair these covers for the boat. There's two-piece cover. One piece goes over the front. The other one goes over top of basically from the windshield back. So looking at these covers, they're in pretty good shape. There are some holes that have ripped through on them. So obviously it has the little buttons that snap on where they've completely ripped out. So I ended up ordering these iron-on patches. I've never used these before, but I think this is probably going to be our best bet. Basically just heat them up with an iron. The adhesive on the back of this sticks to the existing cover, and then you have a nice patch. So we will see how that works. Never done this before, but hopefully all goes well. I did only order, I think there's maybe 10 or 12 of these in there. Can't remember how many. And I know it's a different color green. I don't know how good you can see that on camera, but it's a little bit off in color. Couldn't find anything that matched it perfectly, and I think it actually will look kind of cool just having a bunch of different color patches on it. So gonna go through, try doing that. If that works, I also have a kit that I actually can't find, but you can reinstall these buttons. So that way we can add in these buttons wherever it's missing them at. So that way it'll clip in here to the original buttons that are all on the boat. So let's give one of these a shot, see if it works, and we'll go from there. All right, so here's a couple of them that I've ripped out. This one actually has a button in it still on the back side. This one does not. So here's the patches. I don't know if you're I'm assuming you take this film off. So we will take that off and we'll give it a shot. Put that on right over top of it, and then I was told to just iron it on with high heat. So we will see. Yeah, it looks like it's sticking. It's not sticking that good. Okay. Let me maybe keep going. I mean, I guess that's ducked a little better. All right, let me figure out how to do this first. Let me watch a video real quick on YouTube, because I mean, it's sticking, but it's not. Actually, I mean, I guess it is on there. Oh boy. It's like a bunch of rust just came out of the iron. Alright, that kind of worked. So let's keep going. I think I'm gonna end up ordering more of these, but maybe like longer strips. The other cover has a pretty good slash in the middle of it that I need to fix. I think this one has a pretty long tear in it too. I don't know what that's doing, but it looks cool. My ironing board is a piece of leftover wood from the floor that we redid. when I reinstall these buttons, I'm going to try and move them in a little bit so they're not as close to the edge. All right. Yeah, these colors definitely don't match at all, but it's hard to find the right color for exactly what I was looking for, so we'll just stick with this for now. Not the end of the world. I don't even know if that's doing anything, but since this one here is on a curve, I'm gonna notch it so that way it kind of sits like that. Just like that. All right, cool. We got a couple more of these we're gonna throw in. After we finish that up, I gotta find the kit that has all the buttons in it, but we'll end up reinstalling all those buttons, and then hopefully we'll get up here, we'll test everything to make sure it fits. There's a couple buttons on the boat that are missing. I think there's one there, and then I think there's another one up top there, but I think the rest of them are all pretty good. But we'll check all those, make sure that one's good, and then we'll start working on the back one. We got a bunch of the patches done here. Again, you can see totally different colors, but it's kind of the look I was going for. Got those all done, new buttons added in. Same thing with back there. This front one is actually peeling up a little bit, so we'll end up ironing that back down. Other side's all good. Another little patch over there. And then there was a couple like little minor holes that I found that ended up patching up. I think I do need to replace this front button too. It's kind of ripping through. I did run out of the patches. I probably should have cut these a little bit smaller so I could have fixed more with what I had, but oh well. Ended up just going with the big sizes. I'll probably throw a little patch on that too since it's starting to rip through. So that's it for the front cover. The back cover is, I think the buttons are in much better shape, but there is a lot more tears in this one. So there's just a bunch of like little holes and some stripped out, some ripped threads on the end. So I got those patched up with whatever I had left. This is going to be the biggest repair here, so this is all cracked apart. I did end up ordering a new one of these, so I'll take this out and then we'll completely patch this up, and then I'll just cut a new hole in the middle of the new fabric and go from there. So I do want to try and get this on the boat though. and check and see which ones of the buttons need to be replaced. Even though they're on there and intact, some of them are all chewed up. So this kit that I have comes with about, I think it was like 50 different buttons, so that way we can replace whatever needs to be replaced. You basically punch your little hole in the fabric, put that through it, drop that on top, and then you just use this little punch here, and as you push down it just crimps it on there. So pretty nice kit. It's pretty cheap. I can throw a link for it in the description if anybody's interested. But came out pretty good so far. Again, a ton of little holes where you can see light through it, and there was a bunch of rips around the edges, so it's coming together good though. I just need to wait for the rest of the fabric to come in the mail. Getting very, very tight. Alright, this actually isn't that bad. See, there's a couple more tears. Got a hole there. There was a hole over there, another little one over here. And then obviously the big one in the middle. Let me take that off real quick. Alright, cool. So that hole is actually not as, well, I mean, it is bad, but the tear is not as bad as it looks. Just gotta throw a couple patches on there, and then I'll use that same hole to put the new cover piece through. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse. Alright, cool. So I got the back cover on. It's actually not in too bad a shape. I thought it was in way worse condition, but got the big rip in the middle. We already ordered the part to replace that. I ordered some extra patches because I ended up running out, but shouldn't be too big of an issue. We'll be able to pop this off, get that all patched up. But let's start up here at the front. Everything up here worked as it should. There's one button up there in the middle that I couldn't reach to pop in, but other than that, every other button on this side is good. Let's see. This one, this thing's gonna have to sit out in the sun for a little bit, but it won't stretch down and reach this. So I could do two things. I could either leave it and just leave it as is, or I could take this button out on the boat, fill the hole in and move it up a little bit higher. But I don't know. I think I'm probably just gonna leave it. Not really worried about it too much. There's a lot of pressure and tension on these ones across the back, just from it pulling back and making it nice and tight. It almost makes me wonder if I should put some in the middle, so that way it's not just draped down on a couple of them. That way it kind of evens out the pressure across all of it like that. But that's why this button ended up ripping out. Patch that up, get a new button on there soon. This side's good. I did end up having to replace this button. It basically wouldn't pop in. The button was all smashed on the inside, so got that all replaced. That's good to go. Another little rip right here, which we'll patch up once we get more. I think this one is missing the button on the boat. These slide in this channel. I looked around, there's no extras, so I'll probably end up just leaving that. I don't know if I'm able to buy those channel ones. Maybe I can take a look at it tonight. These three all pop in. I just couldn't get them in from the angle because of the tent. I also noticed the glass is out of the molding here, so I'll have to take some time to mess around with that a little bit. What else? I think besides that big hole in the middle, I just got to do a patch here, and there's a, I don't know if you can even see it on here. There's a hole right there, and there's another little one up there. I think there might be one up top there too. Just really tiny holes, but I've already filled up a bunch of those. I really messed up. I should have cut those patches in half in the beginning. I would have got a lot more done with it, but not the end of the world. But front one's all good. I gotta re-iron that one a little bit. It's coming off, but all the buttons are good. Everything's staying in place. Might throw a patch and a new button on here since it's already kind of ripping, but everything else is looking pretty good. That's what that piece in the back should look like. I have metal poles that actually go underneath that and basically push it up, so it kind of looks like a circus tent. I still have the poles for them, which are these. So one for the front, one for the back. You loosen that little nut there and you can make it either taller or shorter. That'll help push that top up so it doesn't fill up with water. So that'll also help if there are any little tiny holes through it. Another thing I could do, I could throw a light in here at night, shine the light up, so that way it'll hopefully shine through any other little holes that might be hard to see. But yeah, I mean, that's looking pretty good for now. I ordered that plastic piece and those patches. I think the plastic part will be here tomorrow. The patches will be here in 2 days, so it's going to be a little bit before we can finish this up, but pretty happy with how it came out. Obviously with winter rolling around, and we'll have to pack this thing up pretty soon. First off, it's nice to have the original snap-in cover. I feel like you can't really find many of them that still have it, and usually the ones that have it are just destroyed. I thought this one was destroyed, but after taking that cap out of the middle and looking at what's actually damaged on it, it's really not that bad. But these are way too expensive to buy new, and it's hard finding the right model and the same sizes and making sure all the buttons and stuff line up. So glad we were able to fix this one for cheap. Those iron-on patches were like $7 for 12 of them, and then I think the button kit was maybe, I don't know, 15 bucks, 10 bucks, something like that. Came with 50 of them. I have so many left over, so it's coming together pretty good. So we'll wait for those patches to come back in, and that plastic piece, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, a couple of days later, we got the new plastic cap for the back cover, and then I bought 2 more packs of patches. So got both of the covers off. Let's look them over real quick, and let's get the rest of those holes patched up. Sorry for the poor lighting, but it's starting to get dark out here. So we got the front cover all done, patched up. These ones are starting to peel up a little bit. Hard to really see it, but there's the pole underneath it. It needs to be extended a little bit more, so that way it points up a little more in the middle. And then we got the new back cover here. Got it all patched up. I don't even know if you can see that because of the lighting, but got the new plastic piece in there, so we'll throw this in real quick. All right, got the back cover on. Everything is all good. I have to adjust that pole. You can see how high up it is, but now that is all patched up and good to go. Happy it came with those factory poles too, but again, I have to lower it, shorten it a little bit, so that way I can get the rest of these on there. But I think that's going to be a wrap. Glad we were able to get that fixed, and now I'll have nice factory cover for it to help store it in the winter, and then same thing in the off season. So hope you guys are liking it so far. Stay tuned for some more videos.